Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another online webinar by BCC, this time called Dress Code Etiquette Suiting is my signature look, partnered by Pietro Filipi, a new business partner of BCC. For those who don't know me, my name is Silvia Bushniakova. I'm your deputy head in BCC, and I welcome you from my home office. I hope you hear me well because there's so many online talks and webinars and calls that my voice is about to go on strike. So I hope you're gonna hear me well. So what is actually a dress code, or how to understand and follow the social dress code, is the topic of today's webinar. As you obviously all know, dress code is a general accepted pattern and a set of or for certain occasions. And those are generally accepted standards that determine what we wear to work, to our business meeting, to the office, or to the social event, maybe soon organized by BCC. It can be business mixer or garden party, or hopefully gala evening in autumn. We are going to cover different topics as business casual, smart casual, broken casual dress code as well. We're going to listen from our speakers what to wear behind your computer talk in these days. We will approximately have 45 minutes, and please, you can place all of your questions to Q&A section in your computer, and I will ask these questions to our speaker. I would like to introduce now the speakers, which is Martina Haubertová. She's the key account manager in Pietro Filipi, and also I'd like to introduce her a great colleague Josef Dolej, who is a unique stylist in Pietro Filipi. So I hope that Pietro Filipi and BCC maybe will help you to discover your dress code for future times. So Martino, the screen is yours, and thank you.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our headquarters. We are streaming live from the center of Prague, and I'm very happy that thanks to our partnership with British Chamber, we are able to guide you through all the business wear for women and for men. And what we will show you today is basically dress codes like business formal, business casual, smart casual. We will also cover broken suit, which is an interesting part. And you may ask questions. Of course, you will see the outfits on our models, Josef and Bara. And what I would like to highlight is that you are eligible to a 15% discount that you can shop directly on our website, which is pietro-filipi.com. And also you are eligible to all the basic alterations that you can have done at our shop, which is a flagship shop in the center of Prague. But you will see all the details actually written in the chat, or we will send you a PDF form where you see everything. So let's start with the dress code number 1, which is business formal. You can already see Josef here, and he's wearing his business formal suit that requires colors of dark navy or dark gray. Business formal is basically a dress code that is dictated by your employer, and he says what the limitations of the dress code is. A prime material of business formal is a perfect tailoring, and it's used in traditional form of companies or environments like, for example, accounting, banking, or finance or government. This said, I know that perhaps you might say not every business formal should be that strict, but we actually know that to us, there's clients actually who come and always request the same high limits for the business formal. Anyhow, let me guide you through what Joseph is wearing. What you see is the suit should be, as I said, dark blue, gray, or navy. You should definitely avoid light colored suits, because light colored suits are more appropriate for weddings. We will get to those. Top button of the suit should always be closed. Your shirt should be white or light blue. When you look up at the sleeves should be peeking out about 2 centimeters from underneath your jacket. When you're wearing your cufflinks, we don't have cufflinks here, but when you're wearing your cufflinks, these should actually match the shade of your watch. I know that many people now actually wear Apple Watch. Joseph doesn't have them, but if you do have Apple Watch or other type of watch, you should just match your cufflinks to your belt buckle. Now, moving down to the tie, your tie should be simple. You should avoid bright colors or busy patterns. You see here we have a dark reddish tie with a simple pattern. If we look at the pocket square that Joseph is wearing in his opening pocket, that should be slightly different to your tie. The pattern should be different to what is on your tie, but the colors should be slightly matching. Moving down to the belt, in every dress code, I know it might be a bit funny, belt is there for a decoration only. And it's not there really to hold your trousers up. Okay, we're going down from the belt to the shoes. Your shoes in business formal wear, you should pair them, you should pair your professional shoes that should be either loafers or Oxfords. What we did here, we used black shoes that everyone has in their closet, but a dark blue suit, if you have one of those, the best type of shoe is actually dark brown. What Joseph is going to do right now, he will show you the next option for the formal suit or any type of dress code, which is a broken suit. Broken suit is not a dress code. It is just an option or how to wear or how to mismatch what you already have in your closet. Broken suit is just a special term, basically. And the description really says it's an art of masterfully mixing mismatched suit and pants. So what Joseph just did, he kept his formal trousers and he put on a new jacket. The jackets in broken suit can be more patterned. Broken suit, again, should be quite elegant, but you're just adding a personal style. It's a touch of creativity and you have more fun with the mixes. This is also how you expand your wardrobe. So if you basically have just one formal suit, you can buy one more jacket and one more pants, and immediately you have many more mixes and you expand your wardrobe. So it's just something that I would definitely advise what you should invest in. Okay, you can do the same with the jacket. Okay, so if you kept the jacket from the business formal wear, you can just mismatch it with your new trousers and vice versa. Concerning the jacket can be double-breasted or a 3-button. That's something that Prince Charles does brilliantly, for example. And the broken suit actually can apply to a groom or to the guests at the wedding, basically to formal or less formal wear too. This said, I actually had seen a photo of Mr. Armani who wore a black tie jacket, and his take on a broken suit was wearing this jacket with jeans, which is a big no-no. So you should definitely avoid it. Even Mr. Armani didn't get away with that. Anyway, we would be moving to ladies' formal wear. Basically, in ladies' formal wear, the same applies as did for men's suit. Ladies should wear dark colored suit. What we have here is dark navy, dark blue. You can change it to color-wise. You can use dark gray. This suit is something that everyone should have in the closet. So when a lady is just thinking, what should I invest in? It's my first job interview. It's my first job. This is something that you should always have in your closet. Ladies should definitely wear closed heels. What we have here is beige heels. Be careful with the heels. The heels should not be higher than 3 inches. With this suit, what is perfect is usually your retailer always has another investment which you can add to your wardrobe. Something like broken suit, you can basically purchase a beautiful dress like this and match it with the jacket. Alternatively, you can just match your shirt to a skirt. Still, everything applies to business formal. I'm not sure, Selva, if you have any questions about business formal, or if that's everything that you would need to know for any bank.
Yeah, Martino, thank you. I was thinking, did you mention skirts? How long the skirt should be?
Oh, that's an important question. Yeah, actually, the skirt should not be shorter than 2 inches or 1.5 inch above the knee.
So is it still something that isn't it too conservative, or doesn't maybe the modern world allow shorter skirts, for instance?
Well, I know it is very conservative, and basically the formal dressing doesn't have any excuses for this. So for the case of bank, companies, or governments, you should not go higher with your skirt. But at the end of the day, you always have to ask your employer what the dress code is, what is the allowance, and of course, it always depends on what type of job you have. So, for example, if you're in accounting and you don't go to meet directors or other sales or business partners, you basically don't have to be that strict with the dress code or with the inches, with the skirt above the knee and etc. So I would say there would be an allowance depending on the job that you do and on the environment, and always check with your employer and the company.
Great, thank you. And I think we can move forward to the broken suit, if I'm not wrong.
That's what we already covered with Josef, and he was wearing the same trousers from his formal suit, and he added a very bright patterned jacket, and so that's something that is still a formal suit, but what we call a broken suit, you mix and match. So you use something from a formal suit and match it with other types of the formal wear or other wear that you have in your closet. What we will do now, we will move to business casual. And let me ask you if he's already got business casual. Yes, so business casual is something that's dictated by most of the companies or your employers. It's basically a very common form of dress. You wear it in every office. It's appropriate for many interviews or client meetings or office settings. It's just because business casual is not very casual and it's not very formal. So this is very appropriate way to dress if you're unsure about what you should wear. And business casual for men dictates you to wear trousers, it could be formal trousers, or it could be chinos, button-down shirts, or you can also swap for polos or sport coats in automation environment. Okay, talking about the shirt, you can see that we left out the tie, and that's when you can just leave it at home, and you can open up 1 or 2 buttons in the business casual. Careful, if you are Tom Ford, you can leave out 3 buttons, okay? Anyone Tom Ford is online? I'm not sure if I can hear everyone, so are we muted? Are we muted? Can everyone hear us? Or...
We can hear you. You're fine. We can hear you.
Perfect,
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
So when we're talking about the shirt, you can. It's always great if you include your formal shirt that you used in the formal business wear. So we're using the white one that we had before. So you're saving money on that. For the shoes, we swapped to business casual shoes, which are those lifestyle sneakers. Very popular are brown ones, or lighter brown. We have those in our new collection. Aside of those casual sneakers or lifestyle sneakers, you can just have loafers or Oxfords or boots. You know, the YSL boots that everyone, the suede ones that everyone's wearing. So that's perfect as well. Wearing socks. I mean, you know, Tom Ford again doesn't have to wear socks, but we have socks here. And what women should wear in business casual, we will show you in a minor moment, because Bara is just getting dressed. But if we can maybe show the wear here. Business casual basically dictates lighter colors. You can be more playful with the colors here. You don't have to be strict with the dark navy or dark gray. So for here we chose a pinky dress that can be combined with a jacket that Bara is wearing already. And we can see it's still very formal because it's a tailored suit, but the color is very light, and that's the difference to business formal. Sorry, business formal. So women can basically wear pencil skirts, blouses, button-down shirts, or trousers, blazers, and sweaters too. Let me show you the trousers that we have. So you can swap your skirts to the trousers that we have here, or you can swap it to the dress and still wear your jacket. It's always great to have your jacket. And if you're allowed in the business environment, you can take your jacket off. But then when you're unsure, it's always great to have the jacket on you, so you can just put it on anytime. In smart casual, you basically don't have to shy away from patterns. So that's why on the silk shirt we have a slight stripe which I love. Stripes are great. So you see, you know where the professional business style. Yeah. In case of the heels are always perfect, and again, you should not go above the 3 inches. What is allowed here, you can also wear flats or other types of flats. You should not wear open shoe. That's a big no. Selva, do you have any question on me?
There's actually one question from our attendee, and it's what would you recommend on handbags in terms of this dress code? Because we all wear laptops, so where would you go with that one?
You basically can shop everything in our website or in our shop, and I would definitely recommend a leather computer bag, which fits in your computer as well as your notes and everything that you need. Some ladies or someone doesn't have to carry a computer. In this case, you don't have to go for a big suitcase, but you can just have a simple handbag, or when you're swapping up to an evening, you can just basically wear like a small handbag.
But basically, if you are, let's say, visiting trade shows or conferences and have the computer, you would go for the classic leather bag.
Correct, yes. Yeah. It's definitely a leather handbag. It's great if you match it with your shoe, or if you're wearing a belt, if you match the colors to that. But you should not go ahead with anything other than leather. The material is also important, and leather actually shows the level of where you're at. So if you're a manager, you should definitely stick to the leather. I would say that leather and all the tailoring, it's an investment for you. It lasts longer, so you should always look at the quality. And this is something that we stick to, and we don't go lower in terms of quality in Pietro Filipi.
Okay. Martina, we have more questions coming. So another one, which is from another attendee: how to wear sleeveless shirts for ladies? Is it a no-go in a business life, or is it acceptable for at least business casual dress code?
Well, a shirt, what we are wearing here is a basically completely sleeveless. And as I was saying, you should check with your employer what is the allowance there. I would say you can always wear it with a jacket on. If you're in a formal environment, you can always have it, but do keep the jacket on, and then just check with your employer what it dictates. Well, obviously, I was traveling a lot to Israel, for example, and it's the weather there is very hot, and so you come in and you are greeted in your jacket, and then as the interview or as the meeting continues, you can based on how you feel or how everyone feels, you can take it off. It's also an option to ask to ask at the meeting if they're okay that you're taking the jacket off.
Great. So let's move forward with our topics, and then I'll ask more questions.
Brilliant. So what we will do, we will have Josef showing us smart casual. Smart casual is very similar to business casual. The only difference in smart casual is the word chic, which is from French, and it's basically it shows your personal style, your personality, how chic you are, how confident you are, and how you wear everything with style. The clothes basically, they communicate who you are. And so what we did here, we added a different shirt, which was different to business formal and business casual. The shirt here has a slight pattern, and you can of course change it. You can wear, for example, a pink shirt with some patterns on it. Here we stick to just to the small pattern on that. Suit can have patterns, and you can play with that as well. So don't shy away from the patterns here as well. And it shows a modern silhouette, and it's perfect cut. That's important to smart casual too. And smart casual can easily become a part of your daily attire. I think that's what offices usually wear in the background that I'm in, or I was in design, for example. This is what we usually wear. This is what you would wear there. This is what architects wear, or I can imagine that most of your partners still are. So when you're invited, for example, to an event, smart casual is something that you should stick to and you should wear. Obviously, it also depends when the event takes place, if it's in the evening or in the morning, or what the setting basically is. Smart casual for men is denims or chinos. It could be suit pants as well, and the shirt we already talked about.
Yes. So, Martino, can I ask you, what mistakes do people often do in this case?
Well, I would say that people perhaps don't, they go maybe for more casual rather than smart casual. You should not do a false pass in terms of you wear a casual clothes or a streetwear. You should always have a jacket with you, which you can take off. Ladies might want to wear shoes with a thicker heel when we're talking about wearing this dress code to a party or to a garden party. We will get to that, but that's in terms of ladies. For example, if you're going dancing, or if the event is taking place in the evening, you should stick to the shoes that would be convenient, or that would be convenient to the garden party, which is what you can wear with this attire as well. Or you can wear this to the wedding as well, which would be one option for the wedding, more casual basically.
We have more questions here. Another one is it inappropriate to wear only dark colors? For instance, when you're really not a fan of any colorful clothing?
Oh, definitely, it's not a false pass. If you, I would suggest you wear dark navy. So if you're a lover of dark colors, just stick to dark navy, and you're right. I mean, for example, dark navy is something that we would perhaps suggest for you when you come to us, and when we talked about the wedding setting. And the groom, for example, is wearing a light blue because he's the one who can choose, right? So he said, I'm wearing light blue. That means that none of the guests should wear the same colored jacket or a suit as the groom. So you should stick to your preferred dark blue, so you're not match the groom. So yes, as I said, it's completely fine to wear dark. if you don't like colors.
Thank you. That's very helpful, Martino. There's important issue now with this COVID situation that hit the ground. So, what are the biggest mistakes that we do now when working from home office? What are the don'ts and do's? What we should wear? Thank you.
Well, I understand it's a very difficult situation, and it might be difficult to put something together so you look okay on the video conference. And it's obviously good to know if you have a video on, if you have a camera on. What I would do, I would stick to smart casual or business casual wear, and basically you can wear anything from your waist up. You don't have to wear the pants that that's dictated by the dress code. You can just wear everything from the waist up. You don't have to have the jacket on. You can leave that out, obviously. What you can do, you can add a sweater or a cardigan to your shirt, and you're good to go. Actually, what I found out when I was working from my home office and I did not have a camera on me, every morning I put on a shirt, because this is how I felt that I would be more business ready to any tasks that were fired up at me. So yeah, do wear a shirt always.
Thank you. Yeah, that's probably smart. Yeah, we haven't really touched the very important, and that's the little black dress that all women, I suppose, do have in their wardrobe from the very beginning of their working career. So, any specific comment on this one? So, is it better to combine it with scarves or pearls, or rather keep it simple? Any hints on that one? Thank you.
Yes, little black dress is something that every woman should have in her closet. Get that ready, but what we have ready is our wedding attire that we will show on. Anyhow, talking about the black dress, and sorry, to your question, you should keep it simple. You should have the detailing, the accessories should be very simple. So pearl earrings or diamond studs are great. Sorry. You should opt out for any chandelier earring. That's a no-go. You still want to look smart, and that would really match the outfit perfectly if you're being tidy and polished, and always wear heels.
Great, thank you. So you can move forward to your topics.
Perfect. What we didn't show you is actually the smart casual for women, and what is Bara wearing here is actually my favorite, and I'm sure everyone will love it too. It's basically a knitted dress, which is very, very subtle, and that's underneath the jacket. So it's more less formal, but when you put a jacket on, you can move it to business casual as well. But the dress here is basically smart casual. So there's, again, as I was saying with the man, there's no requirement for smart casual. The important word here is the word chic, and Bara is perfectly chic here. Smart casual also says that you can wear jeans on Friday. This is what we call Jeans Friday. So you can wear a casual dress or your jeans with a beautiful blouse. I would personally always wear heels, but you can put on loafers or any type of flats, really. You can also go ahead with a peep toe shoe. Casual is basically less formal for work in terms of the fashion. And when we talked about jeans, you can also, or ladies can also opt for leather, which is very much loved, and you can combine your leather with a blouse or with a cardigan. And you're basically creating a creative outfit, which is what the dress code is about. Smart casual doesn't really dictate what jewelry you should opt out, but again, you should really keep some degree of polish. So a smart jewelry, simple jewelry is great if you invest in that. And perhaps, what we didn't point out, you can swap out your beautiful long dress to trousers, and immediately you can move ahead to business formal even. What I would be careful about here is that this attire you could wear in the evening out. Always be careful about the heels. So if you're wearing this to a garden party, careful about the heels, because if you're going, for example, to a yacht event, your heel might get stuck on the yacht, because everyone goes on a yacht, right? So your heel might get stuck in there, or your heel might get stuck at the garden party. So you might choose a wider shoe or wider heel. So that would be about, Bara, what's your favorite dress code attire? Is it the one that you're wearing? Is it the smart casual?
Oh, that's a tricky question, right? But I think I'm more in love with this first look.
That would be the business formal.
Yes, I know, but sorry, but I like it more.
But Bara looks perfect in everything, and I'm sure everyone does. And I would always advise to invest in a straight cut pieces, and always ask advices. And stylists at Pietro Filipi shops can always give you a hint if you're picking up too large outfit and you should go smaller, or if you should have the jackets tailored or the trousers shortened, and what basically suits your posture and your size.
Yeah, thank you, Martina. There's more question coming, but not to this specific topic. So if you want to move forward, and then we'll close the session with many questions that are coming now.
Brilliant. So we will move ahead to, it's not a dress code, but what we will show you is what you should wear at the wedding. So if I may have Josef. So we will show you what you can wear to the wedding. This is something that you can wear to more of a summer wedding, right? So we're moving now to the summer. So that's just what the summer dictates, is very light suit. And I was talking before about that you should not wear the same color of the suit as the groom. Since Josef is a guest of honor, maybe, he's wearing a different suit in a different color to the groom. And summer really dictates to have a lighter material. So what we are using here is 100% linen. You can perhaps open up your shirt, not shirt, blazer. What we matched the suit here is again with a linen shirt, and you can just match the shirt to the suit that you're wearing. You can go ahead with patterns, but again, it depends where the wedding is. What we're having here is like a garden wedding or a beachy wedding. What's very popular in Italy is you are basically not wearing a belt but you can just wear a simple tie up on your trousers. So if actually you ask every man in Italy to if he's wearing a belt, he would perhaps say that he's not, because that's the new fashion that Italy dictates, and yeah, and it's very convenient, very easy to wear. For the shoes, you can go ahead with the lifestyle sneakers. Men should never go ahead with open toe shoes or sandals or flip-flops or thongs, as they call them in Australia, and always do wear some types of sneakers or loafers. And I would say that's perhaps everything for the weddings in terms of men.
Martino, can I interrupt you? So what's like a real faux pas when going to a wedding, except having the same dress as the wedding couple?
Well, the biggest faux pas in the weddings could be that a wedding could be, especially in Czech Republic, it's very popular to have some kind of a special setting, like you have a wedding in a farm, or on a boat, or in a garden. So if you go to that type of wedding and you go there in your formal suit, you would look very wrong and out of place. So I would always advise to check ahead where the wedding is happening and what the groom is wearing, and etc. So you can match it to what you have to wear, really.
But I suppose, Martino, and there's a question coming, how about men wearing to these even casual events flip-flops? Isn't that considered to be a big faux pas?
That's a completely huge faux pas, but don't be worried, because you won't be let in. I have an experience that men are actually stopped at the entrance, and so you won't really see any man inside a bar or a restaurant wearing flip-flops, because they are turned around at the entrance.
Thank you. That's very helpful. I believe, can I ask now questions that are coming in?
Of course, we'll be happy
great.
to answer them.
So this is probably going to follow two different dress codes. So rules to wear stockings. What are the rules?
Oh, stockings. That's something perhaps I did not mention. Stockings definitely should be worn with your business formal dress. So that's the one we talked about at the beginning. And obviously, you know that, for example, the royalty has to wear stockings or tights always. And that's what the formal business wear dictates as well. So you have to go ahead with the tights. What I would suggest is the dark tights always. I know you see the queen with the light, but she's the queen.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you. Okay. Also, there are questions about stockings, which is obviously a big issue. Should it be like natural ones, or this glimmery? Is it a big faux pas as well, or is it completely out now?
Well, the best one is really this black, which could be not that thick, but still it's black. And that's what the most elegant item is. But obviously, it could be a little bit different to when you look to England, because, as I said, the royalty does opt for nude. For nude tights.
Okay, there's another question, and there are more and more questions coming. Thank you for that. It's very interesting. So what is the most popular style in the Czech Republic by managers? What's the most common style?
Well, I would say it's definitely the business formal. Sorry, business casual, which is it was this attire which we had. It was the jacket here, which allows you more freestyle in terms of colors, but still it's well tailored, and it means business.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that's but still, again, you should check with your employer what the dress code is, and yeah, that's the dress code that's used in more traditional environments as well. But if you're, for example, in a sphere of like creative environment, you would go more for smart casual, which is what we used here, or it was the blue dress, or you can wear this type of dress as well. So it always
just
depends where you at, who you're meeting, and
just to interrupt, so should we really wear, and sorry, I'm back with stockings. Should we really wear the black stockings even with the dress, for instance, you're wearing now? So like very soft colors, is it okay?
Yes, that would be perfect if you wear the small thickness of the black tie. That's perfect, and you match it with the black heels. That's absolutely fine. But
Okay.
make sure it's the light thickness, and obviously moving ahead with winter season, you should wear boots which are appropriate as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. A next question coming from our attendees is, have employers in general changed the attitude towards their staff clothing? So is it more easy than it was in the past?
Well, I would say that business formal is still the same. That did not change at all. So, I mean, employees in banks, they always have to stick to the strict dress code, to that dictation. But I would say in less formal environments, your employer leaves you to add your personality to your outfit, which before it wasn't optional at all, or perhaps there wasn't that many options to wear, or you didn't know how you can combine the styles and stuff. So I would say yes, that now you have that now you can be more free in terms of adding your personal style or touches, accessories to the outfit that you wear.
Thank you. Then we have different questions to different topics, but they're quite actually amusing. So what is the area, Martino, that people have the most problem with in general, obviously?
That's something that we see a lot, and that is the tailoring of the suit. So, for example, when a man is wearing a suit, it is not well fitted here, or it's got a wrong length. So I would definitely advise to go a good retailer that can give you a brilliant tailoring, or he can add a brilliant tailoring to the jacket if in case it doesn't suit you. So if you're wearing a completely crazy priced jacket and it doesn't fit you well, it's obviously you're not gonna pull it off at all. And so I would always advise to when you're buying a jacket, choose a good retailer and someone who has a stylist like we have in all our shops, and we actually have a tailor that sits in-house, and they can do the adjustments there for you immediately. So that's the biggest mistake, the adjustments. And other faux pas would be perhaps that you don't wear the right dress code.
Sure. This is a good question. So unacceptable issues while having black tie. So as you know, BCC is organizing every single year a BCC gala evening where the dress code is a black tie. As I have said already, hopefully this is going to be an event that we actually going to organize in autumn, but we'll see how the situation will develop further. So Martino, unacceptable issues while having black tie.
Oh, okay. Well, what I would say the most unacceptable thing is if you accept the invitation to a black tie event and you don't have a black tie.
which is
basically,
happening quite
you
often.
turn up in a black tie event and you're not wearing a black tie. It's a faux pas. You can't even have a photo taken. So black tie is something that, again, our stylists can advise you on. It's not easy. There is just to tell you, there's 3 types of black tie, which I didn't know about before as well, but there are. And you can have basically completely black tie, or you can play a little bit with patterns, so you can have your waistband a little bit patterned. But that's something that our stylists will be very happy to advise you on and get you ready for British Chamber Gala.
Thank you, Martina. Another question now from a different topic. Is it okay for a lady, to combine the black shoes with any color of her dress?
Well, we're keeping to touch this topic, and obviously, what I would go for, I mean, in terms of the business wear, you always must have tights. I don't wear tights, but yeah, you do go ahead with the light colored black tie, and you're good to go. So just keep the thin black ties, and you're okay.
Okay.
That's something that's convenient for Czech Republic. And I was saying before that, for example, in the UK, the dress codes could be moving more to what royalty wears, and that would be the lighter tie, which is nude.
We have only a few minutes to go, to be perfectly honest, so I will have to skip some questions because there's too many of them, but this is an interesting one. How many suits does a real gentleman have?
Oh, well, a real gentleman really should have about 7 suits.
Wow.
Just to explain, well, basically, you shouldn't wear the suit every day. I mean, what a faux pas that you turn up in a meeting. If you had like a meeting every day and you always turn up in the same suit, I mean, it's something I wouldn't want to have. So yes, a man should have 7 suits in his wardrobe, but that's also because you can wear different thickness of your suit in winter and in the summer. So at the end of the day, you know, you could have basically just 3 suits for winter and 3 for summer, and 1 which is more fun or more smart wear, or the other one is more business. So this is why there's the 7.
Thank you. That's an interesting answer. Another one, and I'm really sorry, I can't please everybody because there's too many questions. Sorry, but this one is maybe very interesting. Can roll neck or turtleneck, as you wish, be considered full substitute for a shirt? Where does it stand on scale on formality when worn with a suit? It's quite specific, but to be honest, I think it's quite nice.
Well, isn't this question from our owner, from Michal Michka, because he's the one who actually
Really? That's
Pietro
funny.
loves wearing a roll neck. I would check where's the question coming from. But
Yeah.
I would, you can definitely opt for a high neck. And that's something on a scale in between business formal and the lower grade. But yes, you can opt for roll neck and still wear your suit jacket.
Thank you. Okay, last two questions, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think, Martino? Will the fashion, the approach towards fashion change after the COVID situation?
Yes, this is something that we ask, and we still don't have questions. And this is something that's that the upcoming months will show us. What I think is people will be careful with their investments, and they will invest in well-cut pieces and good materials that will last seasons after seasons. So so you don't have to opt for buying something every month or so. So you just make one big investment into a well-cut blazer or a suit, and you are good to go. So this is what I think is gonna be the future.
So the focus on quality goods. Yeah. Okay. Last question. But I love it. So can you, or who do you think is an absolute fashion icon, maybe worldwide or in the Czech Republic, and maybe why?
Well, in the Czech Republic, who is the fashion icon now, and for us especially, is Teresa Srbová. She's the lady that we look up to now, and she is actually the face of Pietro Filipi at the moment. And it's also Cyril and Karel Dobry, again, two people from the men's campaign. And the reason for that is because they have a great style and they have a great personality, and they can pull out any dress code really. And yeah, they have a big personal touch to everything. So those three is someone I would always look up to for if someone needs an inspiration.
And worldwide, maybe somebody from I don't know, Britain.
There would be Bianca Jagger.
Interesting. Okay.
Bianca Jagger is someone who puts a suit on the scale of evening wear, and perhaps she would be wearing something like this as well, which is something that here we would place for weddings, but Bianca Jagger would wear it in the evening as well, to a bar or some like special events in Britain too. And perhaps she would add some animal prints to it just to add her signature. And it's just that she's very edgy, but still can pull off every style, every dress code.
Thank you. And a gentleman?
In case of gentlemen, I would go no further than the British Prince Charles. What I love about him is actually that he can pull out a double-sided blazer, or he does greatly the broken suit. I know he's got many stylists, but I don't think he needs them. He can play the mismatch just like every Italian, and he's just amazing. And of course, it's his personality as well.
Martina, thank you so much. Once again, thank you to Martina Haubertová from Pietro Filipi. I would also like to thank to Josef Dolejš and to great models that helped us to actually see the actual dress code. Martina, would you like to repeat once again what is the offer for current attendees from Pietro Filipi?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're very happy to offer you 15% discount when you go to our website, which is pietro-filippi.com. That's actually available until the next Sunday, so the Sunday the 3rd. And what we're adding to this discount as well is the option of basic alterations free of charge. So when you go, actually on Monday, our flagship store is opened, and this is where you can buy your suit if you're not buying it online, and you can book in the alterations. You can have it done immediately.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending an afternoon with us. Thank you once again for listening. If you have any comments, just put it into your Q&A or chat box, and we're here to deliver more and more lifestyle and social events online, which is something we couldn't believe we could do so quickly. So please do follow our website, bridgem.cz. There's live cooking show coming. There's online blind wine tasting coming, and there's more and more events. So thank you to Pietro Filipi, and thank you to our attendees and members, and have a great afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us, Silva. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.